Part 2. Real Japanese food and what it actually costs. Hey, everyone! Welcome back. Or, if you're new here, nice to meet you. Today, we're diving into one of the biggest reasons people come to Japan, Japanese food. As someone who actually lives here, I want to share my honest thoughts and tips from a Japanese local's point of view. And I'll try to keep it real, no fancy tourist stuff, just normal, everyday prices and what to actually expect. So let me ask you, are you excited about eating when you come to Japan? I bet a lot of you are, and that's awesome because Japanese food really is one of the best parts of traveling here. But here's something I want you to think about. Are you really eating proper Japanese food? Or are you just following some guidebook and ending up in random spots without knowing if it's legit? In this video, I want to help you make better choices and avoid the tourist traps. I'll walk you through some real examples, starting with one of the most popular ones. 1. Ramen. Let's talk about ramen. It's probably at the top of your Japan food list, right? But here's the deal. Japan has so many ramen shops, and picking one can be seriously overwhelming. Plus, not all ramen is the same. There are so many styles and flavors, and if you're not familiar, you might end up with something that's not quite what you expected. So let me break it down. Right now, in 2025, ramen quality across Japan is super high. Especially in Tokyo, it's actually kind of hard to find a bad ramen shop. Even if you just walk into a random place, odds are it'll still taste pretty great. But if you want to be smart about it, you should think about 2 things: price and flavor. Here's something you probably didn't know. A lot of ramen shops that are popular with tourists, they're actually overpriced. And yeah, I've noticed this myself. Sometimes I walk past a place packed with tourists, and as a local, I'm like, why is this so expensive? And the taste? It's often adjusted for foreign customers, so for us Japanese, it can feel a little off. So, what's the real price of ramen in Tokyo? As of now, in 2025, even well-known ramen spots usually stay under 1,500 yen. And most everyday ramen shops are closer to 1,000 yen. If you're outside of Tokyo or not in a tourist-heavy area, you'll even find ramen for less than 1,000 yen, no problem. How to find good ramen, even if you don't know anything about ramen. Now, let's say you're in Tokyo and craving ramen, but you have no idea where to go. No worries, this part's easy. Just open up Google Maps, search ramen, and look around. You'll find tons of spots, literally more ramen shops than convenience stores. Check the reviews, see what's nearby, and pick one that looks good. This method is honestly better than any guidebook. It's what a lot of locals use too. But one heads up, if you're going to a super famous shop, be ready to wait. Some of the top places have lines that last nearly an hour. So yeah, bring your patience, but it'll probably be worth it. 2. Sushi and seafood in Japan, what you really need to know. Alright, next up, let's talk about seafood and sushi, which I'm guessing are a big reason many of you want to visit Japan. So, I hate to start with bad news, but here it is. Getting really good, fresh seafood at a reasonable price along your typical tourist route? It's actually pretty tough. And the reason's simple. The freshest, most affordable seafood in Japan? It's usually found right near the fishing ports, and most of those spots are out in the countryside, not in major tourist areas. That means unless you're going out of your way, you probably won't stumble across them. Even for us Japanese, some of the best tasting seafood comes from Hokkaido. But even there, in cities like Sapporo, which are easy to get to, seafood can be surprisingly expensive. And Tokyo? Yeah, it's one of the pricier places for fish, too. So, how should you eat sushi in Japan? If you're just looking to enjoy sushi at a decent price and have a good time, my honest recommendation? Try a Kaiten Sushi place. That's conveyor belt sushi. These spots are super popular with Japanese families, and you'll find both big national chains and smaller local ones. The chains are especially affordable, and the quality's still pretty good. So, here's what to expect. At Kaiten Sushi, most plates come with 1 or 2 pieces of sushi, and the majority are priced around 100 to 150 yen, about $1 per plate. Pretty great deal, right? They also have a bunch of non-sushi options, things like noodles, fried stuff, desserts, so it's perfect if you're traveling with kids or in a group. And seating is usually easy to get, even during busy hours. What if you want higher quality sushi? Okay, so maybe you're thinking, I don't mind paying a little more, I just want really good sushi. Totally fair, but here's the thing, that's actually kind of tricky, especially in tourist areas. Take Tsukiji in Tokyo, for example. Super famous spot, right? You can get sushi or a seafood bowl there for around 5,000 yen, about $30, 35 USD. But it's a big-time tourist area, so yeah, tourist pricing. From a local's point of view, it's definitely on the expensive side. So, if you're hoping to enjoy great sushi without breaking the bank, my advice is skip Tsukiji and check out other sushi spots outside the big tourist zones. Even in Tokyo, there are plenty of small sushi restaurants, not conveyor belt, just regular sit-down places, and they're often less crowded and more reasonably priced. They're not as famous as ramen shops, so you probably won't have to wait in line forever either. 3. Let's talk about meat, especially that melty Wagyu. Alright, last but not least, let's talk meat. And yeah, I know a lot of you are curious about that famous Japanese beef, Wagyu, the kind that melts in your mouth, right? You've probably seen those viral videos where people take one bite and just melt along with the beef. So here's the truth. It's actually easy to find restaurants in Japan that serve good meat. But finding one that's both good and affordable? That's where it gets tricky. Why is great meat so pricey in Japan? It's a cultural thing. In Japan, the general idea is the more expensive the meat or fish, the better it must taste. Now, with seafood, prices are still kind of tied to the type of fish. There's a natural limit. But with meat, especially Wagyu, the price really does reflect the quality, and the taste can vary a lot depending on how much you're willing to spend. So yeah, picking the right restaurant really matters. But don't worry, you don't have to drop hundreds of dollars to enjoy good meat in Japan. There are actually a few different ways to do it, especially if you go for yakiniku, Japanese barbecue. 2 types of yakiniku: all-you-can-eat versus a la carte. So today, I'll focus on yakiniku restaurants, and there are 2 main types: all-you-can-eat, teipodai, a la carte, paper dish. Let's start with all-you-can-eat. These places are everywhere in Japan and are perfect if you're hungry and want to eat a lot. For about 5,000 yen, you usually get around 90 minutes to eat as much meat as you want. And it's not just meat, rice, salads, side dishes, even dessert are often included. Honestly, it's a great deal. And yes, the meat still tastes good. Maybe not melt-in-your-mouth Wagyu, but definitely satisfying. Now, if you're looking for that super high-end, buttery Wagyu, the kind you've seen in foodie videos, that stuff? You'll only find it at a la carte yakiniku places. These are usually more upscale, or at least premium casual. And yeah, they come with a price tag. Depending on how much you eat, you're looking at anywhere from 10,000 yen to 30,000 yen per person. But here's the thing. If you want that real Wagyu experience, the kind that just dissolves on your tongue, you'll need to pay for it. No shortcuts here. So, what's the best option? If you're on a budget but still want to enjoy meat, go for the all-you-can-eat yakiniku spots. You'll leave full and happy and spend around 5,000 yen or less. If you're okay splurging and want that unforgettable Wagyu experience, treat yourself at a high-end a la carte place. It really depends on what kind of experience you're after. Both are great, just for different reasons. And that's a wrap for this video. Hope you found it helpful. I know it got a little long, but thanks for sticking with me. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. See you in the next one.